This is Marcus, and today we are going to continue the last tutorial we did. And we will go on, of course, but before we go to the next subject, I'd like to share with you some tips and some things that we need to do before we go on, okay? So let's do that right now. The first thing that I want to show with you is I grouped all these elements. So they are the same thing right now. I grouped this overlay, this header, photo, icons, text, and so on. And now I can click here and I can move around. Why am I doing that? The reason is because I want to show you how this title, how this app name works. So I will click here twice, or I can press and hold Ctrl, then click here twice to select only this element, because I have a group with many elements and I just want to select one, this title. Let's suppose that our app is named like My Tasks. My Tasks is the app's name, all right? So I have My Tasks here. And this drawer navigation bar, it works like I said before. When we click here on the hamburger menu, this bar, this drawer will appear from the left to the right, like this, all right? And then when we click out, like on this overlay, the animation will be like that, like disappearing from right to the left. And when we get here inside in this part, the first interaction is not appearing yet. So let's come back to black for text and dark gray to the icons. It will be like that. I just want to play around and do some variations just to show you, just to explore a little bit. All right, it will be like this. Actually, I want to have a sort of flow, not exactly a user flow, but some interactions that I expect it will have. So the first one will be like this. I have anything here yet because we didn't learn how to create cards and text here, images. So I just have these 3 bars, all right? Then when I tap here to the hamburger menu, this drawer will appear from the left to the right, okay? Then I have no interaction yet, but after I have this drawer here appearing to me, I can tap to whatever feature that I want, like this. So when I tap to chat, for instance, then I have one other step. I tap to chat, and then this drawer will disappear because I don't need to have these anymore. And then this bar will be like, its name will change to chat, for instance. It's quite a pattern for Android, because I can see where I am and I can come back whatever time. Like if I want to come back, I will need to tap on the hamburger icon, hamburger menu one more time, and then the animation will be the same, like from the left to the right. And here I'm not on my home screen anymore. I have to change here to chat. Now I have this. So chat, and then I tap, and I will see where I am one more time. So I can see here chat, and I can see here chat as well. And just in case I want to go to another section, I just need to tap to the another one like this. Let's select this group here. The color will be blue. I will change this color to gray and this one to black. Did you get that? Did you get my point? So we can navigate this navigation drawer. Its name is so clear, but just in case you are new to this thing of UI design, interaction design, UX design, probably it's gonna be useful to know in this moment. So, and we can navigate more, like after I tap here, I can go on. This navigation drawer will disappear, and the name here on the app bar will be different, like alerts, you know. And this way it's quite useful. It came from information architecture because we have to provide to the user always a feedback, like demonstrating the where that the user are in that moment and so on. So I really wanted to show you the importance of these small parts. I don't know if you get my point, but I demonstrated how to create this bar, this app bar, and then we are jumping into each small section. Like we saw things around here after the interaction. Now I'm demonstrating this part, what happens with this title, with this text. And after I will go on to this icon, like when I tap on this search icon, what's going on, what sort of thing will happen. And then at last I will demonstrate the interaction of this kebab menu. All right, so now I really know what happens with this small section, this title over here, this element, this atom, like I said before, a couple of classes, a couple of tutorials ago. Right, so we have these steps. That's important because we have to think like that, not think only about one single and unique screen. We have to think about how it will behave, like the interactions, you know, the happy paths, the unhappy paths as well. We have to think about that. All right, so I demonstrated a little bit. I'd like to have these a little more organized, so I'm gonna copy and paste this part here. I will just put that here. I will use 8 pixels distance like this. Then I want to have number 1 here. I will press Ctrl B to have this number bold. I will go here, right click, show and hide UI. I will select this one. I will increase its size like 24. Let me see, not good yet. 32, perhaps. It's good now. I have to position again. 80. All right, just to be right. So I'm thinking about a simple flow. I will type here like flow. Just good. Then I have the step 1. I will press and hold Alt. I will place it here. I will use this red guide like I demonstrated a couple of time ago. Like this red guide, this red line is quite useful to verify where I am, like I'm really in the middle of this screen like this. Then it's gonna be the number 2. Then I want to have the number 3 right here, number 3. And then we have more. I can select here and drag to here. And after, I will press Ctrl D. The software will understand that I want to duplicate this selected item respecting the distance. But my elements, they are not spaced the way that I want. So I have to move around here. Like here, then one more time here. Didn't behave properly, but never mind, you got my point. These duplications are really useful. All right, so we have the number 3, number 4, 5, just some steps just to understand what happens when we navigate through the sections. Number 7, just like this. All right, let's go on. Let's move on. So one more time, I'm demonstrating what happens with this name. I'm talking about this app bar and what happens when we interact with this navigation drawer. What sort of interactions are going on behind, like we opened here, then we tapped to the first link, first section. The feedback will appear like it will be blue before it disappears, and then we will have another name. So right now, I just want to do one more thing for this tutorial. I want to have the specification, you know, the appearance, the style of this drawer. So I will duplicate, like I will press and hold Alt. I'll just drag to here. I will release, and then I will ungroup. I will select Ctrl Shift G to ungroup, and then I will move around all the things separated just to verify what I need to do. We have this part, we have this part, all elements, they need to be documented. We have this white part here, and then we have all these elements here. I can place them in whatever place, it doesn't matter, it's not important in this moment. But something that I really want to have is the order they appear, like thinking about one thing over the another, over the another, over the another. So thinking like in the Z depth, you know, the way things go deep. This is the first one. So let's document this one up front. So we have this. Let's document. It's important. In the future, you will thank me for that. Like, I know it's a little boring to do. Perhaps you can think like that, but it's really important. If you want to be a good UI designer, take my takeaway. All right, let's think about the name. I want to call it, that can be shadow, overlay. I'm gonna go with overlay. Let's call overlay. Then its properties, let's see. It's black, you know, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Opacity, 40%. 40. No stroke color. Then we have width and height. Let's see. 320 451. I'm gonna have 0 here. Then I have to verify if that is working properly, you know, because I don't want to have a thin small part on the bottom. All right, 320 450. 320 with, I forgot, I'm sorry. 450 height, 450, just like this. And we have no padding, margin, nothing of that. So I'm gonna just, I can like put 0 0 0 0 or none. The same. I can have here none, or I can like do this to have less text. I don't want to overwhelm the developers, but that is up to you. You have to sit down beside the developer, beside the engineer, whatever, and then ask her like, which way is better for you, you know? So the same thing for this one, like stroke. I can have here like stroke none, stroke size none, or just delete, just like this. Will work as well. So we have this one already done. Then let's have a look here. The next thing we have over this overlay is this white shape. I want to have this as well. So I have to click here and drag. Then I will copy this one the way you prefer. It's important, like I want to have some space here. I really want to have. So I will just click and drag, covering all of the elements, and then I will have that. This distance here, I want to have a 8 pixels space, multiplying them like I taught you before. Like 16 will be good. Here the same one, 16. 1 2 3 4. And then the distance between them, I want to use the 80 pixels distance as well, like 16, 24, 32. I'm moving around. I press and hold shift, and then I press arrow down, you know, just like that. And then I will have the spaces I want. And here it's not an overlay, it's a, I don't know how to call that. I'm gonna call a container, something like that. All right, its color, it is white. I know by mind it is F 6 times. 1 2 3 4 5, just one more. Opacity 0, because we have no opacity here. Like 100%, it's not 0. I'm sorry, it's the opacity. It's 100%. I'm totally wrong. Like clicking here, if I type here 0, I will have transparency totally. But I want to have 100% of opacity. It's white. Let's see the width. 221. I don't like to have these broken numbers. It's not good. It's always better to have these round and beautiful numbers. 220 width and 450. 450, just like this. So let's go and let's verify the next one. The next one is this blue part, this header. So let's document the header as well. Just click, hold and drag, put here, remember the last distance, 48, same one. Let's duplicate this one, 16, same distance. Here is 17, it's wrong. Here is 16, it's right. And here I want to have 48, and here 16. Just good. I'm gonna change this name for background. This one will be a header, you know, and always shape, and shape too. This way is useful, but you can change things, you know, as far as you go. You can adapt to your necessity. I really like that. Just adapt or die. Okay, we have the color. It's gonna be blue, but what blue? Let's open here. Let's copy this hexa and let's place it here. Let's place same thing. Opacity 100% because I have no opacity here, no transparency. 221. Let's round this number 220, and it's okay here. 106,220 and 106, just like this, as easy as a pie. And let's go to the next one. We have more. We are almost finishing it, but we have more, a little more things to do. Let's select and have all of them, and let's move them down, all of them, just like this. And now we have this photo. The name is photo, like we named it before. The distance 48. Perfect. And let's document. Let's copy this text, 16 here. All right. So we have here what's it? It is a photo. What is this photo? And this photo is a shape as well. It's not an icon. It's not a text. It's not a button. It's a shape, just a shape. No color because it's a photo, right? But it has a border. So let's type here like border. The border has a color, border color, and thickness as well. I will type like size, border size. It will be good to understand. So let's see, border size, we have like 2, okay? And I want to document this number 2. Color FF. Just that. Border opacity. Let's see here. A thing at first. Size. It's gonna be 58 by 58. 58 by 58. Photo opacity 100%, and here I can type like border opacity, for instance. Border opacity, you know, just to be sure. And to photo, I can have here like photo opacity, something like that. Because I can have different sorts of opacity to photos as well, like here 100%, I can have like 40%, like 20%, and the border it will be 100%. So I can have these 2 different opacities, to border and to the photo itself. width, height, photo opacity, border, border color, and border opacity, something like that. You can reorganize, then just, you know, because I'm here doing this tutorial, but then after this tutorial you will have time, I'm quite sure about that, you will have time to organize things in a better way, you know, thinking calmly, deeply, and learning more, reproducing, and so on. All right, and now we have this text. 48. It's wrong here. I have to delete. Right, now it's good. 48. Good. I'm gonna copy this one. 16. Let's zoom in. So we have here text. And this text is a title, but not bold, just regular. When I select and I press Ctrl B or Command B, it will be bold, you can see here. And if I do that again, it will be regular, you can see that here. I'm using the shortcut, but you can come here like bold and then regular, or thin, light, black is more than bold. You decide. Good. So for this text, I want to have some properties here, like, let's see, typeface. Or font family, you decide the better way to write it, like font family. Many people, they document slightly different, it's not a problem, not at all. Font family, Roboto. Then font size 16. Which more? We have font weight. For the font weight, it's like what I said a couple of seconds ago. I said that we can have many weights, and we can do that by clicking on the spectral panel and changing, or we can use the shortcut. They will be exactly the same, you know. So let's have here font weight. It's gonna be, let's see, medium. Which more we have here? Let's see, we have this line height. I didn't explain that before, but I'm gonna explain that now. I will duplicate this text, and then we have the space between lines. It is the line height. It's auto, and it's 19, 3 more than the font's size. So let's increase that, like 50, you know, 50 upper and 50 lower. And then we can like click here and go to down arrow, and then we can decrease. Let's select it first, and then we can decrease, you know. It's good as well, you decide, but it's good to have some good measure. Like I can't use the same one here, 16 and 16 here. It has to be a little more, like 3 points more, perhaps 4 points more, and then in the future I will explain that better. But it's font height. We are using auto, or 19. If you click here, you can see 19. You can type here 19 or auto. I'm gonna go with auto, because if I increase its size, like it's 16, but let's suppose that it will be 20 in the future, it will be is still auto, but you can see here 23, you know, 3 more. Like I said before, it's normal to use like 3 more, sometimes 4 more points. So auto is a good one. 19, 3 more. All right, so auto. Let's see which more we have here. We have alignments by left. It's good to document as well. Alignments, aligned, alignment. It will be left. Let me think about one more property. A little more, some more actually. Let's see. Let me see, left. That's okay. Now I want to have color, so font color. It's white, but hashtag FF. So we have now, we had the font documented. We it's not about had, but we have now in this moment. We have the typography documented, and let's go on. We have a little more things to do. We are almost finishing our task, and for this tutorial, let's have an icon. I will ungroup this, and I want to have just the icon. It will be 48, like I showed before. 48, it's gonna be good. I will duplicate this text, 16 for this distance, and then talking about the icon will be pretty similar to a shape, like color, opacity, width, height. Okay, perhaps some elements more, like for the photo I could use like the distance. Do you remember a couple of tutorials ago we did something like this? I will have a shape here. I will change its color like to red. I will use some opacity like 40. Same one will be here, and then another one will be here. Like this, and I can increase its size too, you know, and we can have another one like here. It's a good way to document as well, you know, and then we can demonstrate that to the developers, like, guys, when you have to code it, it's important to respect this space. So we have, it's named, it depends. If I am thinking about this image, this space around will be margins, right? And if I'm thinking about this blue header, these spaces, they are inside, so they will be padding. So the way that you are going to use that, it's up to you. I demonstrated that before in another situation, and now you decide which one is better for you. So I will consider paddings to this blue shape, to this blue container, to this blue header. So I have here upper, it is 24, lower 24, left 15, but it should be 16, you know, 80, not 88, 16 after, you know. Here the same one, 8 pixels grid. Now it's okay. Let's see here, not 9 but 8, you know, always respecting these measures. Always, it's a mantra, it's really important. So we have here this documentation, so let's go there and document. In this case, I can consider this space a margin of this image. This image will have just one margin, a right margin with 8, the distance to the next element. So you can always sit down with the developer and say, and ask actually, guy or girl, which way is better for you? It's really important, a conversation all the time, because there is no just one in real word, you know, because many people they work in many different ways, so it will be like this. Okay, very good. It's really good. Let's go there. We are almost finishing. And then we can have like, it will be better to have this documentation like in other place, because I don't want to mess my flow. We could have something like here, you know, and then here just the flow, just the flow and nothing more, just the flow, just this, you know, just this documentation. And we even can go on, like we can duplicate this spacing system like this. We can duplicate like this. We can have this space here as well, duplicating, you know, and the space between the elements here you can mind as well, take care of that. Like it's gonna be 16, pretty good. So let's duplicate and let's have 16 as well. I didn't tell that before, but in the future we will do things like this, okay? But for a while, don't worry. This time didn't arrive, but you can do by yourself, you know. Now I will duplicate here and here too, and here below I have no space, but I could have something like this, you know, because I can have more elements, and then I can tell to the developer like, oh, the elements they can't transpass this padding because they will be like placed on these other bar, so we have to respect this padding. Good, really good, really good. So let's go on. We have this this thing documented, this rubber. So let's go on. We know the space it has, so I will copy, but in the future after I finish it I will delete this part. I just want to see the spacement, the spacing system actually. So let's have more space here. I don't know exactly how many, but we have to document here padding top, padding right, padding bottom sorry, padding left. We have to document like I said before. And I will go one more time telling that sometimes you can think, oh, it's too boring, I don't want to do that. But do style guides, documentation, design system are part of the UI job description. You know that? And here I have to have G padding, just like this. I'm being confused with margin. All right, we have padding top. Let's verify. 24. And I know that bottom is gonna be 24. They are the same. And here we have like I can't see. if I don't show the inspector panel. 16 to the right and to the left. 16 here and 16 here too. Now it's much more better. And now talking about the image, it's time to have that margin I told you. 48, good. And just one margin, the margin will be another thing really important is the order of the documentation. Here I'm not taking care about that because I'm just demonstrating to you, but you have to organize like what sorts of specification I want to show at first. Like in all documentation, color will be the first, opacity will be the second, width the third, height the fourth, and so on. Okay, here I'm just demonstrating how to set up this information, but then it's important to organize as much as possible. Good, let's go on. 48. In the photo we'll have just this right margin 8 pixels, so let's place it here. Margin right 8, just this, as simple as that, because all the other spacing is about this header padding. Let's remember, padding is inside and margin is outside. .48 here as well, good, and here 48 too, perfect. And now we have this icon here. The icon will be like color, opacity, width, height. Let's see. Color, opacity, width, height. Let's verify. Color, opacity, width, height. Width. So color, it's dark gray, but it's not the exa of the color. X. Let's copy the X. Opacity 100. Width, let's see. I don't like this broken numbers. Let's go with 15. It's better. Or we can decrease like 14. And 14 by 13. And in the future we are going to have tutorials specifically about icons, and then I will demonstrate the better way to build up icons. This way is good, that works, but there are other ways and better ways to build up icons, and I'm gonna to demonstrate them for you all, guys. Okay, let's go on because we are almost finishing. Then I could have here I'm gonna demonstrate the right way to do icons right now. It's gonna be better, you know. We have many different icons here. We don't need to demonstrate all of them. We can do that, but it's up to you, it's up to me. But I'm gonna show the right way, every single icon. Then in the future we will do that again. But let's suppose we have this this container, this shape, this square. We are going to consider like 80 by 80, you know, 8 pixels grid. So let's move around. So I have this grid here, this small element. It will be like black, for instance, just to demonstrate. And then I have to have a scale, like the next one is gonna be 16, and then I go on, like the distance between them always 8. Next one 24, Next one, 32, and so on. Next one. You know, we just go on and on and on. Okay, I have some scale. Some people, they don't consider the icon this way. They scale in a different way, and that's not wrong. Like they can like jump this one and this one. They can have like just 3 different sizes. Doesn't matter. It depends on the project, you know, the necessity and so on. But the important thing is to think that like we shall have icons in the proper way. I will not consider the 8 size, it's too small. I will consider from the 16 and ahead, 16 and beyond. Okay, now it's important to consider spacing. I will copy this one and I will paste here, I will paste here, and then I'm gonna go with 2 here and 2 here. I have this spacing 2 by 2. I will place this shape here. I will change its color by to blue, you know, and then I will increase its size here and here. Then I will move around, I will decrease, you know, you already know how to do that. I'm not going to explain in details. So I have this spacing. It depends the way you prefer, depends the way the project is, you know. But many people, they think this way, like, okay, I have to respect my icon size is 80, but inside of this space I have to respect these this padding, you know. Always 2. It might be smaller, but never bigger, never like this. Okay, never like this 2. It has to be inside of this space, respecting this space. One more time, can be smaller, can fit, but not bigger than this blue space. And the way that I go on, it doesn't make any sense to still consider 2 pixels for this padding. Doesn't make sense at all, you know. We have to increase it the way we proceed. Like here, let's think. I'm sorry, there is a car over there on the street making a lot of noise, so I can't avoid that. So here let's think. This black shape, it has 16 by 16 and 2 pixels spacing. And here I have the double, so it has to be the double as well. Did you get my point? So let's increase here from 2 by 4, and here it will be the same, from 2 by 4, from 2 by 4, and from 2 by 4. And the way it grows, like here, 32, you know, and the size, it didn't double, but it's good to increase a little. But here we have a problem because it's not the double. The double will be here, like it's 40, not the double yet because it's 24. Doesn't matter. But I believe that you got my point. We have to increase, like increase a little. We can do this sort of job like calculating, or we can delete. There is an easy way. We will select all of them, Ctrl G to group. Then we will duplicate like this. Then we will press K, because we can move things around 2 ways. We have a move and we have scale. Scale is pretty useful. So move is normal, like if I click here and move around, it's like that. And when I have scale, things are, move is like this. Let me show again. If I click here and move, for instance, it's like this. But scaling, I will scale like this. I will press and hold Shift and then I will scale from 80, I'm sorry, not 80, but 8 to 16. That was already 16, I'm sorry. From 16 to 24, like this. You know, I don't have to count things. So it will be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Keeping the proportion. So let's go on. Now that you got my point. Same thing, press K and scale to 32. Let's verify. 4, width 4, height 4, you know, and we can scale always this way. It's much more better. K 40, and you got my point. So when we do icons, this is the simple way, the simplest way to do icons. We have to respect this space. And now I'm going to change this black color to white color. And I want to have some shadow here just to elevate things. So I will select all of them just to demonstrate. I will open here this part of effects, and I have this shadow. I click here on this sun, and I can control like this blur, for instance. I can have more blur, less blur, and here the opacity, I will type here up arrow, you know, we can control off all of those things. I'm gonna go with 16. Y will be like 0, and blur will be something like this. Opacity I will increase, but not that much, just to have some elevation, just like this. Okay, that's good. So and now I can draw my icons inside of here. You know why am I doing that? I have my reason, because this icon has like 14 by 13. This other one has like, let's see, 13 by 16.5. This other one has like, you know, they are not the same. It's complicated to measure. So for that reason, it's important to work the way I'm demonstrating. So let's place the icons inside of these shapes. So now I have to come here, click and move like this. Not yet, like this. Not yet. So I will press Ctrl X, I will click here, Ctrl V. Perfect. And now I can decrease its size to fit better, or I can increase it to the next one, but 24 is too bigger, you know, it's not good. I will decrease a little to fit better here. You can see how easy it is. I will click here, select move and not scale, just move. I will press shift, I will click here on this anchor, and I will decrease just a little. Brilliant. It doesn't fit here, not here, but it's not a problem, you know. It's important to be inside of this white space, respecting these blue margins. Once again, it's a margin for the icon, but considering this space, you know, it's a padding, it's inside of the space I reserved to icons, you know. So I have this icon here, just like this. I'm gonna duplicate this one, selecting all of them, press and hold Alt, move down. I will delete this one. And now, not now, but then I have to go back here to change, you know, placing the final icons here and in all the other spaces. But you can do that. I will teach you, and then you shall do actually by yourself. Okay, let's go to the next one. We have this alert. I will select all of them and I will ungroup like this. It's better now to move around. So I will take this flag, I will place here. It's under it's behind, I will press Ctrl X. I will click here, Ctrl V. Then I will zoom in. I will place properly. I will press Shift. I will click here on this anchor. I will decrease its size. You can see here, you know, not always fits. So we can decide like, okay, I can click here and I can like change a little bit. It's not a problem, not at all. And I can like do this as well. You decide the way you think the icons will be better. And after you can, you know, see on the real screen, like here, same one, I can like click here, select these two anchor points, and I can like do this, you know. It's up to you. Like I said, you decide the better way to have your icons. Okay, let's go to the next one. We are learning a lot, aren't we? Now we have this tag. If after we think that the icons are not fitting well, you know, you can edit then whatever time. Next one. The alert is gone. The message, we are almost there. Let's delete this tag. Click here. Ctrl X. Click here, Ctrl V, press and hold Shift, decrease here more, and position the way you prefer. That's it. And we have just one more. Let's see, bin trash, Ctrl X, select here, delete, click here, Ctrl V, press and hold Shift, decrease here too. In this case, these round corners, they are not nice anymore, so I will like type one here. A little better, I prefer this way. So the icons are like that now. And what I need to do, they are like named group right now. Before they were like bin, message, and so on, but now they are group 95, 96. They are not nice anymore. I will select this one and I will change its name. Like I will select all of them, actually just this one I will select, and I will press Ctrl Shift G to ungroup. I will do that a couple of times. I can do that actually with all the icons, like this. And again, we are not going to have the other sizes, because for this application, for this exercise, we will have just one icon size. But I explained it just to exercise how we could have more sizes. Okay, so I ungrouped all of them, and now I'm gonna name. I will ungroup again, like selecting all of them, Ctrl Shift G a couple of times, and now I will group again, like selecting this one, Ctrl G for group. I will call message, icon message, just to organize better. And then come with me, I will open this little arrow, and you can see like here vector. It's good to name them, like I can call line, not line, shape will be better. It's gonna be shape, and this one is gonna be space. I can call space, or space is gonna be good. Space system, space, space, and this one is going to be background. Good. Now I will select the background, I will press and hold shift, I will select space, 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 but not the shape, and I will group them. And this one I can call like space, for instance. And then what I want to do is click here on this eye. See that I have no the measure the space system anymore, but you know, they are there. But the best way to do that, what I want to show you, is you select this part, you come here, and for this group we will do this. Let's see the better way to do that, because we have this white color, and then we have this blue color as well, but I don't want to see none of them. No blue and no white color, but the measure is here, you know. I can like, let's see, probably I will need to show you a concept I didn't want to show, but perhaps it will be unnecessary. I will try again just one more time, like there is no way. I have to demonstrate what I was waiting to show in the future. Okay, what I'm trying to demonstrate here, I will change this blue that I did here to other color. Like I will use a stroke. I will delete this one. Now I just have this this white background, and then I will click here, stroke. I will select inside, and I will type like 2. Same thing. Did you get that? And I even can change the color, like open here and click in here. I will have exactly the same. And now it will be easy to do what I want to do. Like here, I can come here and I can click on this eye. And here, let's see if that will work. Because the color, here, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the stroke, so I click here on this eye, and talking about the fill, I will click on this eye. Now I can click on this icon and you can see that the space is 16 by 16. And if I need to show my grid, I open here and I open, where is the other one? Fill. I have to go here, icon message, I have to click here, space, and then background. You know, I have to select the right thing. And then I have no other elements, so I click here in the space and I will press Ctrl Shift G, because I don't need to have a group inside of other group anymore. Just this will work right. So I have this, and always when I want to hide this grid, I just click here, I open this little arrow, I click here, background, and then I click here, stroke. I will not show, and here same one for fill, but the icon is there, you know, so every single icon will be the same. I will select here, actually I will delete all of them, this part here, here, here. I will keep only the background, because the measures I will not use this way anymore, because it's better the way I explained to you. In the future we will learn how to do symbols, components, and so on, and probably we can use another way, but for now it will be easier to work with icons. Well, now I have to do the same thing. Let's click here. Let's click here. Background. Let's open the eyes. Open the eyes. Good. And then I will do the same for here. Click here. Stroke. 2. Blue. Same one here. Stroke. 2. Blue. I can select like many at the same time. I will press shift, I will click here and click here. Now I open stroke 2 blue. Well done. And now I will just group. I will select all of them. Here I have a shape, another shape. I will select, Ctrl G again. It will be icon flag. This one will be Ctrl G, icon tag. This one will be Ctrl G, icon message, but it's not named background. I have to change it here. Background. Let me see here. Background 2. And this last one, background as well. I have to group, then Ctrl G, icon bin, shape, background. And now I have to do the same, but I can do like a batch. I can select all of them and do all at the same time, like this, this, and this. And now I click here, fill and stroke. But I have the size, it's hidden, but it's here, you know? And to document, now I have the right way. And like I said before, I can duplicate these elements to place in the right way. They are a little small now, but like I said, you can like click here, and now it's easy to constrain the proportion and then to type like 24, you know, 24, easy as that, but the way you prefer. And then you will replace the icons, you know, you can choose like I want to have 24 and then organize all of them the way you prefer. Okay, I will not do that right now because I taught you before how to move things around, how to position them, and they will be great. I trust you, I believe you. It's a work in team. Well, I think that 24 is better. I just had a look and I could verify that it's better. So let's have here this one. Let's document to end this tutorial. All right, icon, chat. This icon is called chat. I don't know if I named it correctly. It's not a shape, it's a chat. Good, much more better. Icon chat. So let's go with color. It's dark gray, but I will not document this way. And now to select the color, I click twice, like 1, 2. Copy, click out, and paste here. Will be the same gray. Opacity 100%, and now we have 16 by 16. No, I'm sorry, 24 by 24, because we changed it. So 24 by 24. The distance will be 48 to be better, like this. 16 here. Brilliant. And we have now margins. Like I said before, we have to document more. We have 4 margins around the icon. Remembering padding is inside and margin is outside. We have 2 pixels margin. Let's see. I can verify like clicking here and showing the elements. So I click here and I can point, like I can see here 3 3 3 and 3, and I can change it, you know. I can change like 19 by 19, and now I will measure again. Let's see. 2 2, now it's 2 2 2 2, you know. And like I said before, I don't have to be so so extreme like that. The important thing is like this. No matter inside, I can't trespass like this, but inside it's not a problem. I can like be closer, I can fit to this border, but it's up to you, you know, because many times we do that, but the icons, they don't fit well, and we need to do some adjustments, you know. But if you want to be like pixel perfect, you go here 19 by 19, you know, and then you will have 2 by 2, 20 actually, you know, just like this. But perhaps it will not be good comparing to the other icons, because we have to consider size, proportion, weight, and many more things. Okay, just demonstrating how is to work with icon design. So 24 by 24, this area, and inside, no, we don't have to specify this because it doesn't matter really, but we can consider if we want, like considering at least like 80 pixels of distance, you know, at least like this. I will show again like this and like this. If I want, I can have one more step like this one, you know. So I have margin and I have padding as well. Padding is inside and margin is outside. 80. By 80 by 80. Let's change the color. I use it red to the other one, like 40, something like that. So we can have as well some measure like this. It seems a little complicated. I know that because when I started, I felt the same. You know, we can have this spacing. This was not right. I have to move around a little bit to have this way, you know. 2 pixels padding considering this shape, and outside like 8 for instance, you know. We can have these measures like this from here to here, like I can consider a nice space. But one more time, it's up to you. I will not document this way because I can use other things to explain that. I just want to have this. Just this will be great for me for a while. So, and we have many icons, but they are the same right now. So we just have to duplicate. And change their names. I can press now Ctrl D and D and D because my last copy, my last duplication will work the same way. Next one is the icon flag. The other one will be the icon tag. Then we have the icon message. And finally we have the icon bin. I did one more. I will delete that in a few seconds. Bin. Done. And now I just have to place the icons in the right position. Like here, like here, like here, almost there, and here as well. And just I have to align now. It will be here like 16. Comparing to the top. Or 48. I'm sorry. 16. 48. 16. 48. 16, 48. Once again, it's important to organize things. Organization is part of the design job, as you know, as I know, as many designers do know. 16. Good. 48. Okay, we just have to do one more thing and then our documentation is over for a while. We will let this little thing there just to remember in the future if we need to do something in these fields. More icons, we have this base, all right, and this base as well to document things. Okay, not here exactly, but here. And then we can call like icon system, something like that. Icon measures. And here I will group all of them. Screen grid, I will call screen grid, and in here icon grid. Icons grid. Just for a while. In the future we are going to change that, and here I can delete. So remember, after, come here and change all the icons, the old icons, to the new icons. You know, change them. It's important. Change them. All right. The last thing I would like to show you is a different sort of state, because I said before, the icons, they have different states. The state one is when the icon isn't pressed, and the other state is when the icon is pressed. When the icon is pressed, the icon will be light blue, you know. And then we can change the name as well, like icon. I can even icon, like here it's like press it, icon press it chat, and here like unpress it normal state, something like that. Icon normal or icon chat, perhaps it's better. Icon chat normal, and here icon chat selected, something like that, selected, you know. And then I have to change here because the engineer will see this documentation and we'll need to have things really clear like this. Just the color is different and then all the rest are the same. You can do, and I recommend you to do the same thing for every icon, you know. As much as you can document, it will be better. I can do a thing like this. I can then select all of them and change their color. Some of them I have to zoom in, some of them I don't need, some of them I have to select two parts because they are more complex, and some of them I don't. Then I just need to copy this color and paste in all the necessary places, like this thing I'm doing right now. So now it's okay, and I have to change their names. The name I thought before is not working anymore because I have now more complexity. So I have to change like icon flag normal, icon tag normal, icon message normal, and icon bin normal. Let's go to the other side. We have to do the same thing with the other state, the another state, like icon flag selected. I can even copy it here to be more productive. Selected, just delete here and paste here. Icon message selected, icon bin selected. And there is one thing more. This is the last one, I promise. Let's see the whole component. We have this text named chat. It has properties as well and has states, like I showed before. When I select, the text color changes as well, so we have to document that as well. We didn't do that yet, we didn't consider, but we have to have this text here. Let's see the right order after the icon, and I don't have to document all of them because they will be the same. Just the icons, they have different shapes, but the text, it's exactly the same. So I will copy this structure. I will copy these little texts. Like I said before, in the text case, we don't have to document all the texts. 16, that's okay. So text, I can call like link, for instance. Then let's see, Roboto, regular, auto left color will be black. 1 2 3 4 6 5, just like that. And we have to consider like text link normal and select the same thing. Text link normal, and then just duplicate. Text link selected, and the color will change. It will be blue, just like this. So we have text link normal, text link selected. Brilliant. Let's see the distance, 48, just to be consistent, and 48 here as well. Now it's over. This tutorial is huge. It's massive, many things. Let's see what we saw. We started here when I explained what we did in the last tutorial, like this navigation drawer, and then I explained how to see this spacing system, to icons, and as well talking about the whole component. Then I demonstrated a little how an interaction flow works. Like here we tap, then we have this screen, we tap on chat, then it will be selected, and then the name will be different. We can tap again, like we will see we are on the chat page. We can tap on alerts, for instance, then it will be selected, and here on the top the app bar will change its names. And then we went deep to see every small element, like documenting this overlay, this background, this header, this photo, this title, then this link with 2 states, this icon with 2 states, and all the other icons and their states. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I did taking a lot of care. It's really important to me, like trying to figure out a way to help people that are starting in this career, in this field, and perhaps some of you guys have no money to buy for study in some good school, and I'm here just trying to help the way that I can. Hope to see you in the next tutorial, and bye.